Good evening, Rutgers. I'm WeatherWatcher Gabriella Dias, here to bring you your forecast for Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. When you step outside right now, it's going to be 78 degrees and pretty sunny, mostly sunny right now. It's going to be 78 degrees as it feels like, the humidity as at 54%. And we are having some 5-mile-per-hour winds coming in from the west-southwest. And looking for our headlines for today, we do have some possible thunderstorms tonight, and it's going to be quite windy tomorrow, and some seasonal temps coming in later this week. So let's look at the current temps across the state. We do have some upper 70s for most of South Jersey, and that trend does continue into North Jersey, where we have some upper 70s down in Monmouth County and some upper 60s up in the north part of the state, and most of Centrals is staying at a low 72 right now. That is expected to rise later today. So looking at the humidity as well, we do have some pretty humidness going on in our side of the country, which is a bit of a problem. So here we have a lot of rain, and that's going to come over to New Jersey later into tonight. And all this humidity is making it possible for some thunderstorms to form later today. So right now it's dry, but as this warm air kind of pushes through, we are going to see the humidity rise up a bit, and that will be the fuel for our later thunderstorms. So looking at the severe weather, we do have severe weather chances across most of the eastern part of the country today. And over in New Jersey, we are at a marginal risk for most of the state, but with most of the thunderstorms going to be probably around South Jersey area, maybe a bit of North Jersey. And this area in particular has a chance of tornadoes. So we have the Midwest portion has a chance of tornadoes, as well as the southern part of the country. And so that's something to keep an eye on if you're in those areas. Yesterday, we did have some pretty severe tornadoes hit the Chicago part of the country, so that was pretty bad. And so hopefully those tornadoes don't continue into today, as mostly thunderstorms to be aware of. And we do have some tornado watches up for those same parts of the state of the country right now, so just to keep an eye out if you are in those areas. So looking at the radar, here is the current storm that is making those tornadoes possible, and we are expected to have parts of that rain come in. And as we're going to see in the next slide, we do have this cold front right here. And here you can see a lot of rain, squall lines coming in, low pressure here, and that's going to move over to New Jersey. So this low pressure is going to come over, and this cold front is going to push as well. So we're going to see some of that rain come. Oh, and this is a pretty strong cold front, as we're going to get into in a couple slides. It's going to be a lot of wind and a pretty big temperature drop. So that's going to come over, and you can see that temperature drop because some of that's going to become mixed precipitation when it comes over to this point. When it comes over, and we can expect some of that mixed precipitation tomorrow, and that rain's going to start later today with the thunderstorms, and that rain is going to push into overnight and into tomorrow. So quite a lot of rain, and those temperatures are expected to drop, which we're going to get into in just a bit. But it is expected to clear out by Friday. We do have some remnants of that storm left over into Friday, but Friday is expected to be pretty clear overall. And then, so look at that wind. This is what I mean by a pretty strong cold front. So before the cold front comes in, we're going to have these 32 miles per hour winds as the cold front is approaching. 32 miles per hour New Brunswick, South Jersey also seeing those low 30s, and up here in North Jersey, we can even get up to 40 miles per hour in Sussex County. And those winds are going to push into tomorrow as well. Tomorrow when you wake up, you could expect some 24 mile per hour winds when you get outside. And that cold front pushes over the state, and the does calm down after that. We go back to the 12 miles per hour, which is expected around today-ish. Later today is going to be around 12 miles per hour. So as into tomorrow, Thursday, we do go back to the regular miles per hour that we were expecting. And as for the temperature drop, we see right now that we hit that 80-degree mark. And then as that cold front pushes through later tonight, we drop down to 68. And then the temperatures just keep dropping after that. We do see the remnants of the cold front. We drop down to 50. Over here, we got 40s in North Jersey, and then all the way down to 41 when we were at 80 today, and now we're going to drop all the way down to 41 by this time tomorrow. So that is a pretty significant temperature drop, and that is what's making this snow possible. It's not going to be any accumulation, thankfully. I hope we are done with snow for the rest of the season, to be honest, but we do have some of that mixed precipitation to keep an eye out for. Most of the states going to see that wintry precipitation mix. And then it does clear up by Friday, as saying. So today on the hour, right now, 78 degrees. It is expected to climb up to possibly 80 degrees today, which will be the first 80-degree day. No, yesterday was an 80 degree as well. But 80 degrees. Very nice to see sunny outside right now, but it is expected to drop down. So by 2 p.m., we do see some of those showers possibly starting. It's going to be a 60% chance of showers tomorrow by 2 p.m., and then it's going to climb up to 47%. By 4 p.m., we do have this cloudy mark, and then by 7 p.m., the chance spikes up to 58% with some rain. And by 9 p.m., we can expect to see some of those thunderstorms with a 71% chance of rain, and we can expect to see some of that heavier rain around the evening time. So looking at the 7-day forecast, we do have some rain showers tomorrow, 60-degree high. Friday, 51 degrees, mostly sunny as that cold front cleared out. And by Saturday, we can expect a pretty sunny Saturday at 52 degrees. Fortunately, the temperature is dropping. It's going to be hovering around the 50s mark for next week. And so we have Sunday is going to be cloudy, 54 degrees. Monday, we can see some of that rain, 62 degrees. We are expected to have another cold front, but that's a little too soon right now to get into. But as you can see, we have the 62 dropping down to 40 the next day with some rain, which is a pretty classic cold front. So that's something to keep an eye on for later. And keep an eye on these lows as well. 29 low on Monday, 25 low on Tuesday, and 25 low on Wednesday. It can get a little chilly into the nights on these days. So 40 degrees, 39. So unfortunately, that winter is not over yet, even though that we had such a beautiful last 2 days with such good temperatures. It is expected to go down soon, but spring is just around the corner, hopefully. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm WeatherWatcher Gabriella Dias, and thank you for watching.